Hey guys, so I'm finally sharing my makeup routine on video. You all know I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a makeup artist, but this has been highly requested that I do my makeup on video. I make a lot of weird faces, bear with me. I pretty much just set the camera up and started filming one afternoon when I was getting ready. So I'll jump right in. I'm priming my skin with Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer and NYX Angel Veil. I use my fingertips and my damp beauty blender to work both of these into my skin. The foundation I'll be using is Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's in Desert Beige. I like this foundation. I actually love this foundation because it covers everything. I have so much hyperpigmentation. I have acne scars and acne. I have oily skin, and I can put it on in the morning and it lasts all day, and it keeps me covered all day. I'm pretty sure I have a coffee stain on my sleeve. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then I use the Paint Pot Painterly. It's a Pro Longwear Paint Pot by MAC. It's pretty much just a primer for your eyelids. So nice. I've been using it for about 7 years to prime my eyelids, and it just keeps the shadow on all day. And I tape off the corners of my eyes with the Scotch tape. You'll see why in just a second. But my go-to colors for my eyelids are Bobbi Brown's Camel, and I put it in the crease, and I use this E40 brush to put it in the crease. It's kind of like a bronzer color. And then I use MAC Shroom on my lids, and I use an E60 brush. This is just a good everyday combination. It's not crazy, but it's nice, and it gives your eyes some definition. Okay, moving on, I love First Aid Beauty. I love their makeup wipes, and I keep them on hand all the time to wipe off brushes. But here's the deal. For my eyeliner lately, I've kind of switched it up for about a week now. I've been using a Sigma gel liner in Wicked. I usually use Stila's Stay All Day waterproof liner, which is easy and amazing. But this is just something different. I use the brush E05 by Sigma with this liner. It's hard to use, but it looks good. And now I'm taking the tape off so you can see why I use the tape. Alright, moving on is concealer. I love two concealers. One is MAC Pro Longwear, but I was running low on it, so I used my Makeup Forever Extreme Camouflage. This concealer is not user-friendly, but it does do the trick. I put it under my eyes and on my top lip and on my nose in places that are really dark or have pigmentation, and they do the trick. Okay. Then I use Well Rested by Bare Minerals and Smashbox BB Cream for under the eyes and fair. Both of these products are really amazing if you have dark under eyes. These just brighten up your eyes, and it doesn't look like you have too much product under there. That's why I use the combination together. And I know it's a lot for under my eyes, but I have to do it just because I look tired if I don't. And I'm using a damp beauty blender and Anastasia's banana powder to set the under eye color. Alright, now I'm setting my whole face with this Laura Mercier translucent powder. This powder is a must-have. It just locks in your foundation, and then it gives you a really soft, glowy appearance, and it doesn't leave a white film on your skin. So I absolutely love this powder, and I highly recommend it if you don't have it already. This Sigma large powder brush is my favorite. I'll link it below. Most days I use the Estee Lauder Double Matte Oil Control Powder also. I didn't today. Jumping right in, I go with this bronzer. It's a Makeup Forever bronzer. It's maybe not my favorite, but I will link it below. I like it. You'll see it works well. It's like a gel bronzer. I'm using the NARS Ita brush just to contour, give myself cheekbones, and to thin out my nose a little bit. I am a bronzer girl. I love bronzer. You can tell, like, I don't put self-tanner on my face because I don't want to cause it to break out, and I also don't expose my face to the sun. So my face is a whole different color, and I really do need bronzer. But I'm using the MAC 182 Kabuki brush, and it is so good for blending bronzer into your hairline and all over your face. Alright, so this is a Bobbi Brown concealer in porcelain, and I only use it for this one step. And I use a small brush and I make a straight line under my eyebrow, and I use that as a guide for putting powder on my eyebrows. I don't really need a guide because they have a natural shape already, but something about it just looks more uniform if you do this once you're done. You'll kind of see what I'm doing. I'm using Anastasia Soft Brown Brow Powder. I have all of her brow products, literally every one of them. This is easily the best. And the makeup brush I'm using, for my brows, Fitz did chew it, and I've actually bought more, but then he chewed on those, so I'm not buying another one. But this makeup brush is the best for eyebrows, and so this is powder. I have tried everything because I'm pretty crazy about eyebrows, and these I think are the two best products. Once I'm done filling my brows, I just rub in that concealer and smooth it out. It just makes your eyebrows look a lot more uniform. Now I'm using the MAC Kohl liner in Feline on my waterline. This is I buy this over and over and over about twice a year. It lasts a while. And I use it in my waterline. I use a beauty blender to pull my eyelid down just so it's more gentle, and that way I don't wipe off the product into my eyes. Alright, so here I am working in some blush. It's a really light peachy color. I'm just working that in. And the number one question I get is about my mascara. I'm always getting asked about my eyelashes. So I swear by this L'Oreal mascara. I only use the white end. I don't use the opposite end. I do have to buy this about once a month because it doesn't last very long, but I think it's $7. And I put 2 coats of it on each upper and lower. And while it's drying, I highlight my cheekbones. I like this highlighter. I think it's a good one. There are several that I really like, but I'm using an EcoTool span brush just to brush the highlighter onto the top of my cheekbones and around my brows, and that's about it. Or down my nose, yeah. So the mascara I'm using is a new Dior one that I absolutely love. I will make sure to link it. It's got a huge brush, which the bigger the brush, the better. And notice how I'm going over the top and kind of curling my eyelashes out. That's a big key in making your eyelashes have a natural curl. I don't use an eyelash curler. Yeah, see the brush? It's so big. I like this mascara a lot. And I'm always apply it to my lower eyelashes too. And the last thing I do is just apply a little bit more bronzer to the areas where I may have over highlighted. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you guys have any questions. And I'm sorry for all the weird faces, but I'll link everything on my blog. Thanks so much. Have a good day.